I'm not getting any of my money back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna let other people get screwed by this guy, you know, who can't commit to whatever it is. He's just taking people's money. We're live. What's up? It's your boy Gabe.
Lisandro back here. We with episode 3.
Yes, sir. Damn, I'm not gonna. We've been pretty consistent.
Yeah, pretty. Our uploads are not when they're supposed to be, but it's like a day late, which is, I guess, technically, since the last one was late, then this one is on time because it's the same day.
I see what you did.
You get it?
Hits blunt.
Makes sense now.
Yeah. So I hope you guys are enjoying our podcast. Try to switch it up with different topics and just kind of just babble.
I don't even remember what we talked about last time, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly.
What I could talk about is the technical difficulties we had in episode 1.
100%. That was terrible.
So I know we did mention that on the second episode because we were gonna release just the audio of what didn't record since we had the audio. But guess what? We don't have the audio. So we're going to talk about that situation today.
Yeah. I mean,
which is why your wagon doesn't have wheels.
Right. But the situation in general with the recording and whatnot. But I think we mentioned what happened with us, right? With the recording.
Yeah, that because the camera stopped recording 30 minutes in. Mm-hmm. But then we got that fixed. So we had the audio, but apparently I deleted the audio, so we didn't have anything. I only had part of that when the camera cut off. So it was like missing a super important part of the conversation. So it was unusable, which we were going to release just the audio in the middle of the week, but obviously we weren't able to.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's a topic we'll just retouch.
Yeah, for sure. It's important.
Or touch for the first time, I guess, for you guys. But since we're still talking about technical difficulties, I recorded the BMW install and half of it was edited, and then, which is probably I'm probably at the same stage I was last week when we had this conversation.
Well, yeah, you were supposed to upload 2 videos, which one of them there was a reason that the Venza didn't get recorded.
Yeah, the Venza, I was in a rush. I had to do something.
And then the Beamer, you were having difficulties
transferring the videos from the Sony to the Mac. But that's because we had changed the settings.
Yeah.
Which was a coincidence because I changed my memory card as well. So I don't know if that has something to do with it, because the memory card, I guess, can hold 4K.
Yeah.
The other one, I don't think was able to.
So hopefully tonight after we finish doing this, we'll get that sorted out so the Beamer video could come out.
For sure.
Because that Beamer was clean, had crazy music.
And I feel like that video was going to be pretty long. I mean, at least doable. Instead of the 6-7 minutes, maybe it'll be a little longer because I recorded more. Kind of went into depth a little more. I mean, as the installs keep coming, I start learning more, keep going into depth.
Yeah, and then as you get used to having to record stuff, you'll obviously get more comfortable with it. In a sense.
Yeah. And I don't know if I mentioned last week, I finally bought a mic. I know everybody was kind of criticizing the super video, which was fine. I take criticism, positive, negativity is how we get better. They were saying about the mic. So I went ahead and we ordered it that same night, and I did get it. So once you see the BMW video, I guess you'll see the transition from no mic to mic. Or you probably won't, just because when I recorded the BMW video, I kind of got more into depth as far as voice wise, and I didn't let the compressor kind of take over. I waited. Is why the BMW install took a little longer than usual.
Because last time you weren't paying it. Well, you didn't.
I was just recording. I didn't think that
the compressor was gonna be that strong.
Well, yeah, to overpower the voice. So I think with the Beamer video, the audio is getting better. You can kind of see the progress even in that same video, how it's clearer, and it just gets even clearer.
Yeah, because the first half you didn't do with a mic on that one, right?
No, in the beginning of the BMW video, no, not at all. I just waited for the compressor to turn off and you couldn't hear me. And then I haven't really checked out the second part of the video.
Yeah.
With the mic. The only thing I didn't like about the mic was just like it's kind of visible. But I figured maybe you can't do much about it unless you start paying.
It's a good little sacrifice though to get like good audio, especially in the shop.
For sure. I feel like audio is just kind of a big thing. And definitely, especially in the shop with a bunch of noises all around. Even without the compressor, it's just noisy in general. Tools clapping all over the place, just chaos.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, I didn't like the way it looked. But I mean, usually always wear black, so you could kind of see it. Kind of don't. I mean, it is what it is. I just didn't want
the
it.
mic is black though, right?
Yeah, yeah. And it brought this fuzzy thing, which I didn't really like. That was too obvious. I guess that's like filter the voice so it's not so crazy.
Yeah. So a wind something.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I was gonna say we had a great week. You know, you had posted recently a video of
Posted 2 videos this week.
2 short clips, which was fucking amazing.
Yeah, I'm trying to get more into like recording like cinematic style shots because I feel like they look super cool. It adds like a little cool touch to the video.
I think cinematic. It's so much. I don't know. I love cinematic so much. Like a vlog, and then cinematic in between, and then vlogging, and then cinematic. It
A little bit of both.
Kind of gives people like a little break in a sense, and just like I don't know, transition. Maybe that's like a transition.
Because like my videos are usually more DIY ish, so I want it to be more like entertaining in a sense.
Which makes sense because cinematic doesn't really go with that.
Exactly.
Unless not even I can't even justify it. It just doesn't go with it. But then you guys got to definitely check that out.
Yeah, the Civic is getting the bumper painted currently right now.
It's getting a BBL.
Yeah, it's gonna look good.
Definitely.
But I did release. It was the TSX. The final
spacers.
touches, the spacers, and it getting aligned.
Yeah.
And then.
And your ridiculous drive height that I still don't.
It's beautiful. Off. The video you could see. It was the whole point of tucking the wheels because like, why tuck the wheels if you're not gonna drive at rim basically?
No.
Like I get it, bags, whatever, but like the bags are the point. I have adjustability, right?
Where did we go the other day? I think we went. You were in the Civic. We went somewhere, and I forgot where we went. We had your exhaust. That's what it was. Then we're going to Target to get diapers. And this kid just keeps going past the entrance.
My remote wasn't working.
So then I'm like, ain't no way this dude really went the other way.
It was steep and my remote wasn't on, so I couldn't air up.
See, that's just new to me. I didn't know the remote wasn't working. At that second, I'm just like, this dude really didn't go up this ramp because he's so dedicated to this height.
I'm trying to get used to the static stuff. So static build. It's going to come, right?
Screw this. Bro, the entrance was here, right? This is I don't even know what car I was driving, but it was here.
The R.
And then this kid went all the way around the whole entire parking lot. Like, we literally all parked and he was still not there. And I was just like, he pulled up and I just looked at him like, bro, there's no way you went around. He's like, bro, that shit was steep as hell. I'm like, dude, you have air, just air up. He's like, nah, not even parked. He's just stayed the same height the whole time. I'm like, I'm just going to buy this dude coilovers. And then it shifted onto the video of the TSX. I'm just like, I wish you could see my face the whole time. I'm just like.
The TSX looks good, dude, but it's super drivable at that height.
It is, but it's just like for what? I don't know.
What you mean for what? Why do you want to drive your Civic lower?
Which one? Oh, the EG? Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. But I don't rub. I don't.
No.
Clap fenders. I mean, yeah, because it's fitted.
And he has to release that video. That Civic looks good. He got some new wheels on there.
I did. Well, I posted the wheels. I should have waited and posted a video first, but.
But you didn't say what car they were going on.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I don't think so. Well, I posted the picture today of the wheels and the thing.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't been on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, no. I posted the car on the lineman rack with the wheels and everything. Which I got a new set of wheels. I wasn't supposed to throw on the CR Kais. Well, I was originally supposed to throw on the CR Kais. And then I was like, I don't really want those. They're not baller enough. I don't know. The way I think is dumb. So I found these new set of wheels, and I was just like
4 sets of wheels trying to find the right ones for this car.
Actually, yeah, you're right. It really has been. It's just, I don't know. I wanted to do something different, but then I wind up doing the same thing. So it's like.
But you went with a meaty tire.
Yeah, I mean, the whole point was always to go meaty tire, I guess. But then I was like, I thought of Stan's, seeing his car. I'm just like, yeah, I want to kind of mix. And I was just like, I don't want to deal with that. So I was like, F it, just throw the CR Kais on there because I already had the fitment on point because I knew my new wheels are going to come, I believe, next week. So I was like, all right. But then driving on the stockies with all that camber, it wasn't even much camber. It was 5. But
it looks crazy on stockies.
It looks dumb, like so sunk. And I'm just like, I need to throw wheels on this for now. So I wonder if that brings down the price on the wheels. Because I feel like nobody would have
because
bought.
they weren't 0 miles. But when you posted them, they were 0 miles. Now you
Yeah.
have like
But I'm like,
10.
how do people think? You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I paid $2,100, right, with the center caps and everything, and it's like, if I sell the wheels for $2,100, are people gonna be like, yeah, you know, screw it, he has it in stock, like I'll buy it, or I'll just buy a brand new, even though they're brand new? I feel like something about knowing that
It just
like,
depends on the person. Like you and me are impulse buyers, so if we could get
Yeah.
it there and then, it's like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna get it now. But if they're willing to wait, then there's like, I'm willing to wait.
But now that I drove on it, it's like, am I gonna lose money now? Even though they're still fresh.
It just depends on the person.
Yeah.
Because like you and me, we'd hop on it like, fuck it, I don't want to wait. It's right
Yeah,
there.
but then there's this, it's like 2,100, I can get them brand new. Like, yeah, I put 10 miles on them, but yeah, I can get them brand new. It's like, bro, they're brand new.
Yeah, we literally spoke about this the first episode about like I could get them brand new for a couple $100 more. Here you are.
Yeah, as per usual, doing everything I say I'm not gonna, or what I preach. So, I mean, I will see. If not, I'll raffle it, which brings me to, I did the raffle on the Grom, finally. I've been talking about this for so long. I just pulled the trigger. I said, you know, screw it. My girl definitely helped me. She did everything. And I kept talking about it. She's like, dude, I already have it on the website. Just freaking click visible and that's it. You don't have to do anything. And that took 2 weeks. And then I finally said, screw it. I did it. And it did pretty good.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought it was going to sell out quicker. Just because I remember when I did the giveaway on the CRV.
But it's a different concept. A lot of people like go to a website and pay through Apple Pay or whatever.
Yeah, true.
As opposed to like before, like Zelme. And it's quick.
And the CRV was either the CRV or money. This one was just the Grom or you just don't enter. So maybe, I mean, those two things kind of played a role in it a lot. Different.
We should definitely get into doing raffles. I've had a couple ideas. I've mentioned it to him.
Giveaways.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to purchase something.
Of course.
But wouldn't it be cool to get some stance cards in there?
It would be. But how would that do? What do you guys think? You guys think that we should buy a car, stance it out, and then give it away to you guys? It's a good question. You know, we don't. You know, we don't want to kind of dive into it without knowing if you guys are into it. You know what I mean?
It'd be cool. I feel like it's like if you show the process also, like
the build, YouTube
exactly.
videos and stuff. It's like, hey,
like
listen,
cool.
you know, I won this car. Looking on YouTube, there's videos of how they put it together. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. And you never know.
At least in our head, it sounds cool.
Yeah,
it sounds fun too.
I thought it'd be cool. You know, if I bought a car and it's like, here's the YouTube videos, I follow it. You know, like this is what happened since we got it till now. Until we do like, I mean, unless we do some static stuff and fuckery and just scrape and drag everything, then it's not gonna work to our favor.
Yeah, not at all. It has to be bagged.
Yeah, for sure. Just at least to keep it as clean as possible. But yeah, the raffle sold out in like 2-3 days. My girl organized it on the Excel sheet, so I should be putting that up soon. I mean, it'll probably be.
But yeah, by the time this is up,
yeah,
the winner's chosen, and you know.
Yeah, and then the thing that I'm worried about is, like, I had people answer from Canada, California, and it's just like, you know, I did the giveaway, and it was more of like, you know, the winner's responsible for shipping, just because, you know,
logistics.
When it comes to shipping stuff, it's like, it's scary. It's like, I don't want to be held responsible for it. You know what I mean? Something happens or whatever the case may be, you know, and I can see the sucky side to it. It's like, damn,
for sure.
You know, I won this Grom and I got to pay for shipping now. But it's like, at the end of the day, let's say, for example, you won for $20 because that's what it was for. And then shipping is $500, $600, $700. Let's say $1,000 at the most.
Yeah.
You paid $1,020 for a Grom that you can easily flip for 25, 3 grand, 33, you know, has mods. It's not stock. Excuse me. I don't know if it's considered low miles, 4,000 miles. I don't know how it works with bikes, but I mean, I'm excited. Maybe I'll vlog that, like the whole live in the winter.
Yeah.
But I feel like, well, I can do that, I guess. It's just going to take a process of the winner, then the winner picking it up, kind of interviewing him and what his thoughts were when entering.
Yeah, unless they just get it shipped and never come over here or nothing.
Yeah, that'd be cool if I could just personally go take it.
That'd be fire.
Yeah, but that sounds like a lot of money.
Unless they're local. Then I'd be like, hey, a local person won. Write it over there.
Well, no, I'll just have them come to the shop. because it's not registered. I'm not taking any chances, and I don't have a truck to take it to the person. Maybe I could meet them there. I don't know. I'd rather just them pick it up at the shop. They can see the shop, experience everything, see how everything goes down. You know what I mean? Just get them on YouTube, and I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Wow. So we'll see. But the point of the giveaway, where I was going with it, was if the CR guys don't sell, maybe I just give away those. You know, those are easier. Those can ship out. Definitely do it shipped. So even if the customer, whoever wins.
Yeah, but wheels are easier to ship at least.
Yeah, I still have the original boxes, original everything. So whoever wins this, it's going to literally look like they bought them brand new. You know what I mean? And if I do $20 again, it's like you want a set of $2,100 wheels for $20.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's pretty dope. I mean, I enter a bunch of giveaways and raffles, and I never win anything.
Yeah, that's a fact. Me too.
Not even 9th place. Like, nothing.
There was once I entered a raffle, and he did like 10 slots. And I'm like, yeah.
Like winning slots?
Since I
or
didn't
just 10 in total?
No, so he did it was like a car and then cash. Man,
10 places.
I was waiting on a 10th one. I'm like, that's going to be me. No, it wasn't me.
When you try to settle all these for last place and still don't come in.
Hey, that's the, I guess that's the fun part of raffles.
Yeah.
That's the, the adrenaline.
The risk.
Yeah. And it's like $20, $30, whatever. Like,
I always look at it when it comes to giveaways, like, whoever wins it deserves it, regardless of the type of person they are. Because at the end of the day, like, everything, if it's meant for you, it's going to happen. That's why I guess
everybody has the same chance.
It's like if you put $20 or you put $120, it's like, if it's meant for you, you'll win with the 20 or you win with the 120. I mean, the possibilities, obviously, mathematical, make sense.
Yeah.
But people do giveaways for thousands of people and places, and it's
like 20, 30,000 entries.
So it's like, even if you'll put like 0.5% of the population on that sense.
The entries.
Yeah, entries. There you go. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Obviously, if you guys are following us on Instagram and YouTube and stuff, you'll see it. And yeah.
And like always, our Instagram and our YouTube are linked in the bottom. Well, his YouTube is this channel for all the vlogs, and then my YouTube is linked in the bottom, and our Instagrams are also linked in the bottom, so you can just click go follow and see progress of any builds and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. I know you wanted it. Sorry, go ahead. I interrupted you.
No. Yeah, so, what I wanted to start off with is...
Well, I was going to start off with the first builds.
Yeah, same thing. So, like, cool. What car got us into cars? Because, like, I grew up around cars, so I was always into cars, but it was like, what was your first car that you got that you modded? And, like, yeah, I did stuff to this car. Because, yeah, I had a first car, but I didn't do nothing to it. I lowered it on springs. Actually, no. I got it lowered on springs, and I just bought camber arms. And I never did anything else to that car. What car was that? My first SI.
Oh, yeah.
The
white one.
I crashed.
Good.
That's probably why I never got the points to do anything to it.
I mean, it's crazy, though, because now you have another white SI.
Yeah, that's why probably I got it.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good deal. And the guy that you bought it from seemed very anal.
He was anal. He was picky. It was one owner.
The seats of the whole lifetime of the car wasn't even in there.
So the Civic I have now, the first owner, he took out all the seats. He was a race car guy. It used to be supercharged. So literally day one when he got that car, he gutted the whole interior. So my interior, the car has 130,000 miles, and my interior is like mint.
And what year is your car?
07.
So figure.
Yeah.
Interior strip.
No faded SI or nothing.
Nothing. Yeah. Mine is 2010 and low miles. But yeah, he gutted the whole interior.
Yeah. But the car was clean, like still clean. I mean,
yeah,
it just stands out. Needs new fenders, I guess. But it's clean, like healthy motor, all that stuff.
Definitely really, really healthy. You haven't needed to replace anything.
Nope.
Have you even done an oil change?
I did one oil change when I got the car. But literally since I got that car in 2020, I haven't even put 3,000 miles on it. Now I'm driving it more now.
And that's crazy because, well, I was gonna say you live closer to the shop, but you live further to everything else that you used to live, so that makes sense.
When I saw when I started driving it again, I'm like, let me check when the last time I did an oil change, because I have it written in my notes, like the miles, and I literally hadn't had not even 2,000 miles. Even though the car
tells you when to change the oil. But.
Yeah, but still, this car, I need to change the oil. I have everything because it's like it basically, at this point, basically sat for 2 years, so like it needs an oil change.
Wow. I feel like that's
It's gonna get done.
I feel like that's the most stressful part about owning cars, just the maintenance.
The maintenance, it's annoying. It's like the stuff that it's not fun to do.
It's
so it's
not,
like
there's no enjoyment out of changing your oil,
especially in that car. You get all dirty in the bottom.
especially what the prices are now.
That's why you do it yourself.
But still, even doing it myself, the oil's
still
like
$70.
Yeah, $67. I'm like, dude.
Anyway, we get off track very easily.
No, so what I meant to ask you was, like, before you had a car, like, how'd you get into cars, and then merging into your first build?
So all my uncles and my cousins. So my uncles were always into cars, like mostly music. They'll get like their car. They'll get. Remember when bazookas were mad popular?
Yes.
So they always had a bazooka.
Damn.
Music. So I was always around that. They would like teach me, show me whatever stuff was doing. Then you just are in the block. You're chilling in front of the building, putting music. So I was always around that environment.
Growing up in New York.
Yeah, that's a fact. And then one of my close cousins, that he's still into cars now, the one that had the E60, that has the Tesla, he's really the one that got me more into cars because he's heavy into cars, or was heavy into cars. He did music, suspension, but at that time it wasn't like none of the camber stuff. It was more like, you lower your car, put lip kit, make it look nice. But it was mostly music, TVs on the headrest, that type of stuff.
I remember that.
So I was always with him, hanging out. And then my other cousin was like into like race car, like built motor, literally. So like this is all before I had.
So you kind of grew up with cars your whole life.
Yeah, for sure. But like this is before I got into like modding. Like I would just see everything. Like at that point, I didn't even have a car when they were already in their cars. Because they're a couple years older than me.
Yeah, I was gonna say the age probably had a lot to do with it.
Yeah, for sure. Because I'm 27. He's like 6 or 7 years older than me. So I was, super young, and he was already, doing stuff with the cars. I remember. And
that was in the Bronx, right?
Yeah.
And Bronx is, if those who live in New York, Bronx is lit with the cars and the race scene and everything. So.
Exactly. Hunts Point meets.
Yeah.
And then I remember, so this is also before I had a car. One of my cousins that now lives here had an EK freshly built motor, like literally everything top to bottom, completely done B20, B20V. And then the next day it got stolen. One day the motor was in.
What?
Literally, he went up. So this is in Brooklyn. He went up. This is what he told me. He parked his car in the front, forgot something to get in his house. Went in literally a minute. So they had to be like looking at him or something.
A minute too long.
He went up, and from the building of his room, he could see the car, and he just heard it turn on, looked out, and the car was gone.
What?
Yeah. And they recovered it, but like 2 weeks later.
With nothing, I'm assuming.
No, everything was still there, but it was beat. Like, what? Motor wouldn't crank, nothing.
It's probably crackheads or something.
They freaking beat the shit. Yeah, they probably just went for joyrides. They beat the shit out of the car because he literally just sold it. He got so dismotivated. It's like you put so much money into your car.
That's terrifying.
And then it's like, I didn't enjoy it. He drove it for one day.
That'll scar you for life.
I would want to sell the car too. And it was clean. Like, body was freshly done, full lip kit, stock OEM lip kit. Like, it was a super clean build, mostly focused on the engine.
Right.
But yeah, that's kind of what I grew around. I grew up around car-wise. That got me into cars, in a sense.
So then that brought you to your first car.
And my first car, well, I was lucky enough. My first car was in 2013. Yeah. And it was a 07 Civic SI.
And you were what, like 23, 24?
How old was I?
Yeah.
No, I was 17.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
My math is terrible.
Yeah, that's 10 years ago. 2023, 2013. Yeah.
Oh, sheesh.
So that was my first car. Parents held it down. They did the down payment on the car. It was used. It was a 07. It was 2013.
Parents for the win.
They did the down payment on the car. I just had to take care of the payments from there forward and insurance and all that stuff. But it was shortly lived. Actually, that car, when we went to the dealership, and it wasn't even for sale. I was looking at a Mini Cooper S.
What?
So that car was in the back lot, and they didn't have no plates or nothing. So I asked the salesman, I'm like, "How about that car? Is that car for sale?" Because that was my dream car. My sister had an 8th Gen LX, so I was always in the forums, and I wanted a white Civic.
Shout out to everybody who was 8thcivic.com. We was outside with that.
So I wanted a white Civic SI. Like, that was my dream car at that time. And when I saw that, and I was like, is that car for sale? And he's like, no, it's not for sale. We just got it in, da 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 da. And then I was like, you know, I kind of like pressed him, like, I'm 17, I'm mad excited. I'm like, that's the car that I want. Like,
that's the race car of our time.
Yeah, yo. And then he went and he spoke with whoever he spoke with, manager. I'm assuming he's like, okay, so yeah, we'll sell it. They just have to detail it, whatever. I'm like, yeah, well, whatever. So they came up with a price. I think at that time.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, not to be nosy.
No, for sure. At that time, it was like 13 grand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Probably had low miles too.
It was like, yeah, it had to. I don't remember, to be honest.
Probably in the 20s.
13 grand for a Civic, like you.
That's what it is now.
Literally.
With a lot of miles.
And so yeah, that's the story of that. It was literally almost an impulse buy. We didn't plan to go to the dealership. We were in church, and then I was like, "Can we go to the dealership? You know, just look at some cars, whatever." And they're like,
Those are the
yeah.
best purchases, the unexpected ones.
Yes, I was so like, because I didn't expect it.
Yeah.
And then the fact that it was my dream car at that time, it was like,
That's a
what
blessing.
are the odds?
Yeah.
But it was shortly lived. But
No, explain.
I only had it for like 6 months, and I rear-ended a lady. And it wasn't even bad.
You rear-ended it.
I rear-ended it, yeah, a minivan. So the car was lowered, so I went under the minivan a little bit. So her car was nothing. I bent the exhaust. And then my car, which I wish I knew about insurance and all that stuff now, because
I was going to say, because that doesn't sound like it was too much damage. I've seen worse.
It wasn't. And I didn't even know, like, now I know, obviously, but like buybacks and stuff like that. But literally, I have pictures of it, and I look at it every so often because it comes up on like Facebook. Needed a hood, needed a fender, needed a headlight. A bumper.
No frame.
Nope. And it needed a motor mount.
Easy.
And they totaled out the car.
That's crazy.
I'm like, somebody in that shop wanted that car. Like,
for sure, because the way insurance works, at least to my knowledge, it's, for the years, you know, I've been dealing with insurance and not, it's like, in order for them to total it out, the damages have to be at least more than half of what the car costs.
Yeah, like 70% or 80%, something like that.
So the 17, you know what I mean? You do the math. It's what, 9 grand of damage.
And there was nowhere near.
Even OEM, it wouldn't even be that much.
Not at all. And they quoted with aftermarket parts.
Wow.
So it's like,
no, definitely somebody.
To this day, it hurts my soul.
Do you have the VIN?
I did, but so when I used to work in an old job back in Ohio, when I lived there for a little bit, I was able to search like a whole bunch of stuff, and I found the VIN, and I searched to see if it was ever registered again or anything, and it was never registered again. Oddly enough. So I don't know. It's, literally, if I could find that car today, I would probably buy it.
That'd be cool.
That'd be fire.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I feel like, honestly, I would have never sold that car.
I mean, I don't see why you would.
It was my dream car. Like,
yeah, there's people who still have, you know, that car, one owner.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy you got it from, wasn't he the first owner?
the white one?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was from the dealer, so I would assume so.
No, the one you have now.
Oh, yeah, one owner.
Yeah, you see, from 07. So
Yeah.
that could have been you. Rest in peace.
Yeah, that's the story of my first car. It didn't get me into cars, but it was a car that.
So what mods did you do to it?
So it was already lowered on springs.
Do you remember what springs or no?
Yeah, eBay springs, Spec D.
Oh,
The
I
box was
remember
still in the
those.
trunk.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And then I added coilovers because they were wearing the tire. I mean, not coilovers. I added camber arms because at that time I wasn't into stance. I was like function, straight tires, all da. So I bought Godspeed arms.
Which are still good.
Yeah, but yeah, that's all I got to do to that car. I still have a picture of when I installed the arm in the bottom. It's like the blue arm there.
Damn. In the fields.
Yeah.
In the fields.
When the pictures come up on Facebook, it's like a little tear.
Which is crazy because it's like going on to me, you know, like I grew up and I wasn't around cars. Like,
Really?
no, it's odd. Like I think to myself, like, how did I get into cars? You know, and it's like my parents tell me that I've been into cars since like she
little
gave
toy
birth.
cars.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that was just, you know, obsessed with cars, obsessed. I remember being in the back seat and having to sit in the middle to see where my dad was going. I knew the whole route how to get to my aunt's and my grandma's house because we were there every weekend. And I was just obsessed. So my dad would basically like, he was into cars, but not to the point of where I'm at now and always been, you know. Like he'd mod it.
Like his car, like to look nice.
Yeah. So like I remember going to dealership with him back in 98. And he bought a brand new 99. It was in December. Bro, I remember this.
Yeah,
like,
I was going to say, you remember his like...
Bro, it was details. V6, fully loaded, leather. We went from the dealership park. You know, we went home. And I was just sitting in the car the whole time. I thought I mentioned it. Sorry, Honda Accord.
Okay.
99 V6.
4-door.
Yeah. So that's like I feel like that's when the V6s first came out for that body Accord. I'm lying. Well, yeah, for that body
Yeah,
because
because that body came out in '98.
Yeah. So 99, yeah. So I remember not that the V6 had anything to do with it, but I remember it was a V6 because of the leather and the dual exhaust, and he was 5 lug. So the V6 was the only one that came
Oh,
5
really?
lug.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the 4 cylinders, all 4 lug. So if it had 5 lug, obviously you would know it was a V6 and the dual exhaust. That gave it away. Dual and the 5 lug.
To this day, well, I don't. They don't do Accord V6 anymore, but to the last model, it was dual exhaust. You know, it was a V6.
Which I'm sure has something to do with the airflow and engine and all that crap. There's some science behind that. Well, not even honestly, because now the sports have dual exhaust, so maybe who knows?
Well, yeah, you're right, because it's not even the sports.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's an appearance thing. Just kind of looks more sporty with dual, but he had gotten that, and then as time went on, like every time he did a modification, he would leave me a note. So my dad would always.
You do that now with Josiah, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because it's like I do things and I think back, I'm like, my dad did this with me, you know, and it's like not like I do it purposely, you know. So my dad would always wear hats, so he would put this hat down with his wallet and keys and kind of leave me a note, you know, of the modification. So he'll be like, oh, did something to the car, you know, can you figure out what it is? So I'd wake up bright and early, grab his keys, and look out the window. He'd always park the car right in front. I look in front, I'm like, fog lights. I'm like, he did fog lights. I remember running straight to my dad, waking him up, like, Dad, you did fog lights, right? You found them? Because he had a hard time finding fog lights at the time. So he ended up putting what I think was EK fog lights, the round ones. And those were on.
That go like in the center grill, right?
Right, because that bumper didn't have. The coupe was the one that had the separate, you know, with the fogs. So he had put that, and then as time went on, I remember we were at my aunt's house, and he put wheels on it, and we went outside. He's like, "Can you see the difference?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, man! You put wheels. To this day, I don't remember what wheels they were. I just know they were shiny.
Polychrome.
Yeah, probably. I think they were shiny. Yeah, I don't think if they were any other color, I wouldn't have remembered. And then I remember him putting tints on it. And I was just so excited every day waking up, looking outside, seeing if he changed something, if he did something. It was just like, that was like my coffee in the morning, like just running. And you know, that he was into cars, but like I said,
yes, I was going to say he was somewhat into cars.
Yeah, but my obsession was way before that, you know, because before that, I can't really, my dad had a Toyota Cressida. And he tells me, which I don't remember too much, but he used to tell me stories how he had a quick release steering wheel, and I used to take it and hide it, which was weird because like at the time when he had quick release, you know, and that he would wake up to go to work, and I'd have the steering wheel hidden somewhere. And it's funny because that's what my son does now with the car keys.
He does it with the keys.
Yeah, he'll hide it, and it's like I have to go through him in order to leave. You know, and that was like the same thing. Like he had to go through me for him to leave. Couldn't leave without, you know, letting me know.
That's funny.
And that I would hide the keys, I would hide the steering wheel, the whole nine. And like I said, he told me the story as I got older, and I just laugh. I'm like, damn, like that sounds like me. Like
it got passed down.
Yeah, for real. Like that has to be in the DNA. So then moving forward, you know, it was just stuff like that. And I was like always obsessed with cars, always like my obsession literally has not changed from what I remember when I was, who knows, 3-4 years old till now. And it's like sometimes I sit and I think, I'm like, how can I be obsessed so much with cars? Like cars is literally my life.
Yo,
like
same.
And it's just like, how can you be like, it's so pure, it's in the blood. It's like, I don't know, man. So then, you know, as I got older, I started hanging out with guys that had cars and stuff like that. And my best friend, he had a GTI. And I was just like, damn, like, I love Hondas, man.
You know
like,
what's crazy? Now that you say that, sorry to cut you off, but the first car you bagged on your struts was a what?
Oh, it
was a GTI.
A Golf R, yeah. I didn't even think of that. So he bought a GTI, and I'm like, dude, damn, like, you gonna get a Volkswagen, bro? Like, that's when the hate was there. It's like, dude, I love Hondas. My parents had Hondas their whole life. My mom, my parents, like,
what is this Volkswagen?
Yeah, like, they had Accords. Every new Accord that came out, they had it. And my friend was selling a 92 Civic, right? A 92 Civic sedan, which is what I have now, the Ferio. But obviously, it was an LX. And, you know, his mom was like, yo, you know, just buy it for $1,000. But right before that, I remember I was so obsessed with cars, and obviously I didn't have one. I would kind of just leech off my boy, like, yo, what are you doing to the car? He was younger than me, but his mom, would spoil him and whatever the case is. So they put a cherry bomb exhaust. And the thing was the loudest,
loud.
bro. And we were just so hyped. She would drive us around, like, give it gas and all this. And we would just be like, yo, this shit sounds so good. Like, it's so loud. So I was, like, obsessed with that car, So then my dad was just like, offered her, what do you want? How much you want for the car? And at the time it was like $1,000,
which is a deal nowadays.
Yeah, for sure. And it was like, yo, I'll take it. And then we got it, and I was so hyped to get it. I remember, I had sneakers. So growing up, I was spoiled. My dad always bought me sneakers, and that's all I had. Jordans, which brings my obsession to Jordans as well. And I remember I got the car, and I sold so many sneakers to do stuff to it. It's like I needed to lower it. The first thing was lowering it.
What sneakers am I selling?
Yeah, I'm just like, which one do I like the least? Like, what's gonna cost the Springs? Springs was like $200. I was like, okay, I sell 2-3 sneakers, whatever, and I'll get the $200 to lower it.
Yeah.
Then I paid my boy like $30 to put him on because I didn't know. He lowered it, and I was on Steelies. I was like, dude, this shit is so low. I'm like, holy shit! Like, I'm dumped. I'm slammed on the floor.
And it was probably at the tire.
Probably was at the tire. And then I remember one of our boys was like, oh, you need wheels for this, man, you need wheels. I'm like, man, I can't afford wheels, man. Wheels are expensive as hell. He's like, get you some OEM ones, man, some clean OEM ones. So then I was like, all right, cool. He goes, I'll give you a list tonight. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I remember sitting in my living room, and I get a text message, and he's like, look, I have these Honda Fit wheels, I have these Honda Fit HFPs, because obviously the Fits were 4x100. Yeah. So then I was like so excited. So I was like, okay, how much are the Fit wheels? He's like, oh, 150. And then it's like, how much of the HFP ones? It was like 300. And I was like, well, I got 150, and those are silver, like it'll work. And then he's like, all right, I got you. And then he's like, oh, you want lug nuts with them too? I was like, I mean, how much more are you gonna charge me for lug nuts? And he's just like, don't worry about it. Like, I got you. If you want them, don't worry about it. He's like, okay, cool. But then before that, when he sends me the picture, because I didn't know what the Honda Fit wheels looked like, he sends me a picture, and they're on a car. So I'm like, okay, cool. It was like 9-10 o'clock at night. Sends me a picture. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, those look nice, man. He goes, all right, I'll be at your house in like 2-3 hours. So in my head, I'm like, what, like 2-3 hours? I'm like, whatever. So then
New York shit.
Yeah, he calls me. He's like, yo, dude, I'm like 15 minutes away. I just finished getting the wheels for you. So then he comes to my house. He shows me the wheels. I'm like, damn, this looks like, the wheel, exactly the same wheel you showed me, like on the Fit. He goes, yeah, I took them off that Fit. And I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, what'd you think you were getting them, brand new? Like from the dealer? I'm like, I mean, no, but he's like, yeah, I showed you the picture of the car that I was taking them from, and that's where I got them from. So like, so what'd you do did you put other wheels on the other car? Like, what'd you do? Nah, I just threw it on bricks. It was fine. The car was new, bro. That neighborhood, nobody cares. They got money, got insurance. Now I'm like, do I really want to give this dude $150 for stolen wheels? And I'm just like, I mean, to me, they're not stolen. I paid for them. Gave him the $150, took them, put them on my car. And that was like the worst thing I did. I remember being so excited, posting it on b20vtech.com. And people were like, oh, well, I wonder who you left on bricks. What Honda Fit is down on the floor now? And I'm like, nothing. I paid for the wheels. Where the dude I got them from got it, no clue. But I paid for them, and they look fine. Everywhere I went, there was somebody like, oh, I wonder what the Fit you left on bricks.
That's like the Honda Accord wheels nowadays.
Yeah, for real. And it's like, I felt like shit. I'm like, dude, yeah, I'm driving around with stolen wheels. Everybody knows about. I'm just like, this is not me. You know what I mean? Like, so I got over it. I put tints on it. What else did I put a front lip. I remember I didn't know how to put a front lip on. I had a friend of a friend that I was like, yo, dude, you want to put this front lip on for me? He said, yeah, just give me $5. And at the time, I'm like, damn, this dude charged me to put on a front lip. Took him 2 seconds. I mean, yeah, it sounds like a little bit, but at the time when you don't have, money, it's $5 is like $100, And it's like, I always thought like, damn, like this dude took advantage of me. And it was like literally one screw on each side, and that was it. And it was like a Mugen replica lip that I had bought.
Probably unpainted, right?
Yeah. I mean, that was the style, just unpainted lip, So then, and it matched with the OEM skirts that were black as well, because it was an LX. The EX are the ones that come painted. So I was like, all right, this will do. So I was chilling, bro. I was in high school, mobbing up and down, and the car was cool, man. Like, I don't know. I love that little thing. And then like me and my dad, we went to get a radio, put a radio at Best Buy, and I was so hyped, like to have the car lowered. Like I'm talking about so hyped. Like I had in New York, I had a driveway, right? So the driveway goes to the back, and then you can park the car. I was so hyped. I needed everybody to see me. So I had parked it outside, right in front of the house. So the next day, whatever, I parked it. So there was a thing, I don't know if you remember. People used to turn their steering wheel and lock it. So if you try to steal the car, like it just goes into the sidewalk. That was the theory. So I did that, and it was so cool because it's like when you're going down a block and you see a car with the wheel turn, you know it was a dope car because they were trying to protect it, you know. So it's like it's just I had the whole vibe. Then I was going to school the next day, and what I was doing was I would wake up a little earlier, turn the car on, warm it up, go back inside, change, and then the car would be warmed up by the time I'm done. So I go, unlock my door, put the key in, turn the car on. I sit in, like, it was a quick thing. I turned it on, I sit in there for a little bit. I look, and I'm like, hold on. I'm missing something. And somebody took my whole radio. And, okay.
You want to park it instead of the driveway, you want to park it in the street.
And it's like taking my radio was one thing, but my door was locked. They were
looking out for you.
They broke into the car. They took my radio and said, you know what? Let me lock this dude's car just so nobody else steals anything else. There was nothing else to steal, bro. You took the most valuable part of the car.
Your Honda Fit Wheels.
Yo, yeah, it's true. So,
Payback.
I didn't even have locks. Yeah, quick karma. And then after that, I was traumatized, bro. I felt so, like, disappointed. Like, if somebody went into my house and stole something.
I bet you used your driveway after that.
No, I sold the car a week later. I was like, dude, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not about to put money into this.
Oh my gosh.
So then I sold the car, and I just, with that money, I was so pissed, bro, because like that really ruined me. Who knows if I would have had that car now? Probably not, but I had that car for like maybe a year. Nah, not even. I think it was like 6 months. And it was like so depressing because I was going to school with it in the winter. It was like it was keeping me warm. I didn't have to walk. I didn't have to take a bus. And then it's like I was so traumatized that I was willing to just get rid of it. And literally, I put it on Craigslist for the same $1,000 I paid, and it sold in 4 hours. So dude was like, "I could come pick it up tomorrow," and I was like, "Okay."
Okay.
He came, picked it up, and I remember crying. I drove him.
You cried?
Yeah, I had took my mom's car, and I
puts it for sale and cries
because I was just so over it. But it was my first car, and my dad was like, I'll just get you a newer car, like where they won't steal. At least that was the theory. So I was like, I drove him to the highway. He followed me, and I watched my car go. And that shit was so emotional. I'm like, bro, like my first car is gone. And ever since then, I've always wanted another Civic, which is why I have one now.
What color was it?
White.
Okay, I was gonna say it would have been dope if it was the same color now.
Nah, so I was looking for a white one, but I couldn't find a white one. And I was gonna paint it white, but yeah, and that's why I have the Ferial I have now. It's just like
Which it comes back. That's why I have another Civic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Like not even intentionally, it just happens.
Yeah, literally.
But like that's why I was just like I was gonna give it away, like do a giveaway, but I'm just like every time I see it, I sit in it, it just takes me back of my first car in high school and just chilling.
Good memories.
Yeah, that was good times, man.
Sit in the nice little tight seat. A little bit uncomfortable, but it's like
it was comfortable at the time. Now that you got bigger and older, it's just the car not yet. So I don't drive it like that anymore.
Because you go to the gym a lot, you got broad shoulders.
Yeah, no, this is a lot of eating.
Tú estás fuerte, muchacho.
That's what my mom says. Tú no estás gordo. Tú estás fuerte. Estás comiendo bien. Like, yeah, but not by choice, bro. You cooking all this food, I gotta eat it.
It'd be like, it's an insult that they be trying to flip.
Right. Nah, honestly, I don't even think it's an insult. I think parents just genuinely don't believe in having a fat son. It's more like,
especially Hispanics.
It's like I'm feeding you. Like this is good. You're eating.
It's working.
Yeah, it's like you're alive. like you'll be able to survive if I stop cooking for a week because you'll still have so much fat left in you. So But we've both been working on the gym stuff. Not, I lied. Why did I say gym stuff? Yeah.
Gym.
I kind of got crazy with that one.
We've been working on the weight part.
The weight part, yes.
Eating a lot cleaner.
Yeah, trying to for sure.
But I've been doing good for
you've been dedicated.
2 to 3 weeks.
I cheat a little bit here and there, but
I cheat when I come here. I had a bag of Mike and Ike's, and it's like every Friday.
Which is you choose to because I try to take it away.
But it's just a little bit, I deserve it after a week of going hard.
Yeah, true. I've been eating salads which this kid doesn't like salads.
I can't do salads, not with nothing, no dressing or nothing.
Bro, Greek salads are the shit.
I'd rather starve, I think, to be honest. I let my body feed itself.
I know, that sounds unhealthy. It sounds like you're going to be at Orlando Health soon if you keep going the way you're going.
Shit, I don't got insurance.
Neither do I. But my kids do, and my girl does. So that's
put it under their name.
Yeah, I'm good.
Fuck up there, so she's not paying that medical
bill. As soon as I get to the hospital. Yeah, my name is my son's name. But he says he's 3. I'm 3.
I identify as 3 years old.
Yeah, they can't really tell you anything.
No, not in this world.
God, this world's going to shit.
Anyway, what are the updates on your wagon? I missed that car.
Okay, so depressing updates, honestly. But I had dropped off the wagon in New Jersey to get some stuff done, which I'm not going to discuss yet. I want it to be kind of a surprise. So it's been there for a couple months getting custom stuff done. I had posted a few weeks back my situation with my wheels. I just posted something yesterday about the wheels. So if you guys have been following me, know that I'm having the shittiest experience when it comes to wheels. Or with the wheels. I can't even say when it comes to wheels because this is the first shitty experience that I've had with wheels.
This is the first wheel that you buy, like, you went out of your way to kind of like quote unquote ball out, like, I want these wheels.
Yeah, and it was just like
that you never do. You never really do that.
I remember, my boy, had gotten wheels from this one dude, and he was starting his brand, and the wheels were dope. I was like, wow, these wheels are cool. But it looked good on my boy's car. He had a Civic, but I never felt, which is freaking crazy, I never felt that their wheels were worthy enough. I lied. I never felt like my cars were worthy enough for the wheels. Mm-hmm. I always felt like the wheels were just baller as fuck. So I was like, you know what? One day I'll order wheels from this guy. One day when I get a car worth having the wheels. And I guess this was just my thought, the way I saw the wheels. So then, fast forward, I went to Cali. I had bought the 63 wagon. As soon as I bought it, I said, I should hit this guy up and get these wheels. And I feel like it would have helped his brand. Brand new E63 S wagon, on his wheels, on air suspension, because that's where I was going with the car anyway. I'm like, it's definitely a good look for both of us. The car is worthy for these baller wheels. So I went ahead, hit him up. I said, hey, dude, I had met up with him before I got when I was wagon shopping.
You actually met him in person.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So I had, when I was in Cali, I was like, you know what? I was like, let me look at these wagon prices. I'm like, I'll definitely find them in here, like the West Coast, definitely not the East Coast. And I went to see one or whatever the case was. And then that same day, the dude that hit me up, he's like, hey, listen, I'm going to be here if you want to meet up. I get to meet you and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, for sure. So me and my wife went. We met up with him at this car meet. We kicked it back. We talked. And I was like, yo, listen, I'm planning to get a wagon soon. If all works well, like, I want to do a collab. I want to get your wheels. Let's do this. He's like, yeah, dude, just let me know. So, a week later, got the wagon, whatever. I hit him up. I was like, I got the wagon. I'm going to be ready soon for the wheels. And fast forward, I got the wagon delivered in January. This was like November, December.
2021.
Yeah, 2021. Yeah. Going into 2022, right? Yeah. Because I've had the wagon for a year.
Yeah.
So, that being said, I was like, yo, when I get it. So I got the car. And I was like, yo, let's do this. Like, what is it going to cost? I want this, that. And, he said, listen, it's usually this price, but I'm going to give it to you for this price. I said, okay, cool. I'm like, how much do you need down payment? He's like, all right, just give me $2,000. So I was like, all right, cool. Send him the $2,000 through Zelle, which is probably the biggest shit show I've ever done. But because, again, I met him.
Yeah. You kind of trusted him.
I did trust him because I met him. My boy had gotten wheels from him. It was just, I feel vibes quick. And he didn't give me not one negative vibe. You know what I mean? And it was just like, I want to help him get bigger since he
Yeah,
was.
because he was it was still a small company.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was small, and not that I'm big, you know what I mean. But it was just like, suspension and wheels, kind of the two main things you put on a
Yeah,
car
for
to make
sure.
it look fire. So I'm like, why not just collab with something? So he was like, yeah, let's do it. Send him the $2,000. And I'm not gonna lie. And during that mist, I hadn't figured out my specs of what I wanted yet. I'm new to this German game. The Mercedes are weird as hell. At least the wagon
They
is.
are.
The front is more aggressive than the rear. So it's like you would have to get specs, for example, I don't know, whatever, by 10 in the rear plus 22. And then the front, you would have to get like 10 plus 10. So the lower the offset, which is a whole nother lesson, but the lower the number on the offset, the more they poke. So because the front fenders are so wide on the wagon, if you try to run a square setup, the rear will be flush, but the front will be super sunk. So I didn't know how to go about it. So one day I'm chilling, and then Chris texts me. He's like, "Yo, look, they have these T37s for sale. 5 by 112, 20 by 10 plus 25." I said, "Listen, I have no idea if this is gonna fit, but I have to start somewhere." I said,
Yeah.
"Fuck it." Drove 2.5 hours, picked up TEs, went back to the shop, test fitted them. I'm like, I look at the front, perfect, beautiful. Looked at the rear, I said, "Holy shit, this doesn't fit." I'm like, shit. So I had ordered camera kits from Camera King. Shout out to Camera King. He makes camera kits for all strange cars. I had ordered the front, had ordered the rear. I was like, I don't need the front, but it's good to just have. So I put the rear arms in, cambered it. I think it was like through 4 degrees, 4 point something, and the fitment was perfect. Right, it was a lot more camber than I wanted, but it was even with the front. And that's the thing. That's before I even put my air suspension on it. It was on factory air, and even lower, the camber was basically almost even, and the front had no kits. It was just
Yeah.
natural from the drop, so it looked good. But it just goes to show the specs. So anyway, moving forward, I figured out I shaved the back pad of the wheel, so the offset changed. So I'm like, okay, that looks better, less camber. So I said, okay, cool. I got my specs down packed. I sent the kid the picture. I said, listen, this is this, this by this. This is the
And
offset.
how long after sending the deposit was this?
Realistically, maybe like a month.
Okay.
Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say it was right away. It was definitely a while. Maybe not a month, but it definitely felt like a while. And I was like, I got the specs down packed. I already knew what finish I wanted. I already knew everything.
You already knew what wheel you wanted too, right?
Yeah. I already knew kind of specs I want. I wanted 21s. Just didn't know how wide I wanted to go. I was looking on the forums, and everybody was going 10 and a half, 11s, 11 and a half, but with high offsets. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get just not that wide and a lower offset for some poke. So I put the TEs and I figured out the specs. I said, okay, listen, this is my final specs. This was like February, March. I was like, of 2021. I was like, no, 22,
22,
right?
22.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, this is the specs. Boom, 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 boom. He's like, okay, got you. I was like, this is final. That's it. It is what it is. And then I texted him 2 weeks later and I said, hold on, I shaved the back pad and I want to do a little more in the front. So I changed the specs again. So the whole indecisive stuff was probably like, let's say 2 months dragging it, right? After I gave him the money, right? So this is February, March, April, May, whatever. All right, I gave him boom, boom. So then, July comes and we're talking, about business, like how we're gonna work together, how we're gonna blow each other up, you know what I mean, as far as, being more known. And I'm busy. I'm not the type of person to press somebody about wheels. I'm pretty patient. I'm just chilling, waiting for him for an
Too
update.
patient.
Yeah, I mean, I learned that now, obviously. So then time went by and like I wasn't getting really updates. And then what else happened? I seen him posting on Instagram some lips. This was like maybe 5, 6 months after some lips or whatever, and I'm just like, those are my lips. Like, but I never got a picture. I just seen it on Instagram, and I assumed it was the same face wheel with this, and it was kind of, I don't know, maybe I assumed, I was like, oh, these are mine. I'm not gonna press him if he's posting pictures. He's busy. It is what it is. So this whole time I'm thinking he's building my wheel. This now blah. So then, this is where I like 8 months, 9 months, 7 months maybe. And then I'm like, my timeline is all messed up, but just know that all this happened in a year span, year and
You're in a
February.
couple months.
Yeah, in a couple months. So my time is not accurate. But so then, what did I was saying? Oh, that I had told him that. So he showed the lips, whatever, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna, press him. Those are mine. And then just months went by, weeks went by, and I'm asking for an update. And I'm just like, dude, like, I'm not that I'm tired of the T37s, but it's like I want to run these wheels. So I told him, like, yo, I want to do floating caps. If you could do that, he's like, yeah, I'll send you both caps. I'll send you regular ones with my logo on it, and I'm putting the back like.
And he had to send you
flyer.
pictures of the lips, or told you he had lips or anything, or faces or anything with that.
I mean, he said the faces were getting cut or something like that. So it's like a whole process, and it's like I get it. You're building a wheel. I'm requesting things that take time, and I was fine with that. The center caps. Then he shows me pictures. Like, I ordered the center caps. So I started getting like, now I was getting kind of upset. I'm like, dude, what's up, man? Like, you're taking forever with these wheels.
But this
I'm
is probably
getting a
already
picture.
like 8 months or so in.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you were like 3 months in. It's like,
No, because I'm not that type of person. Like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna press you 2 weeks into whatever. So then I'm like, oh, the floating caps. He sends me a picture. He's like, oh, look, the floating cap is here, but they sent it to me with a Rolls Royce logo. He goes, now I gotta cut it up and then put the Mercedes logo that you wanted on it. And I'm like, all right, cool. Then he texted me like a week later, or I had texted him, and I'm like, oh, what's up with the caps? Like, what happened? He goes, dude, we tried to cut them open, and they got messed up. I couldn't get the caps or whatever the case is, so I'm gonna order from somewhere else because they cost too much money. I was all right, cool, whatever. So then 2-3 weeks went by again.
But at this point, you had only sent him $2,000.
Yeah. So I sent him $2,000. So when it came to the cap, I think right after the cap, he asked for more money. I think it was 2,500. Right. So I think it was 2,500. So he's like, oh, just sell it to my girl. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, whatever. I sell it to his girl, boom, boom. And it's like thinking back, it's like, why the hell did I send it to his girl? And it all kind of makes sense. It's just like, because his account was under review, so he was probably screwing somebody else over, getting into the whole screw part. And it's like, if I put it into his account, it probably would have went into negative and he would have never got it. So it's like, and it just literally just clicked just now. So it's like, so I sent it, whatever, to his girl. He's like, I got it, I got you, boom. So then like 3 weeks went by and I'm just like, yo, like, what's going on? Like, where's the caps? Like, what's happening? And he's just like, oh, I'm getting it done, my bad. I had to deal with an investor and I'm going through a bunch of crap, this, blah, blah. Me as an insane person, I'm like, all right, cool. Get your stuff settled. Do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Just keep me in mind because, I want to put my wheels on already. And I was like, my car's at the dealer getting, my headlight had a malfunction. So I'm like, whatever, I got time. Whatever it is, what it is. I wasn't trying to rush the wagon at all. So now, I guess a few more weeks went by. Like I said, my time frame's all messed up, but I know it was a few more weeks. I start getting pissed, and I'm just like, dude, like, I want my refund. You know what I mean? Like just give me the refund. I'm over this wheel shit. Like, I don't even want the wheels.
This one is probably like almost a year.
Yeah, because it took me a while to get pissed.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, dude, like, I just want the money back. Like, I'm over it. I got my girl in my ear telling me, like, dude, this dude's never gonna give you the wheels. Like, what are you waiting for? My friends, you telling me, like, yo, screw this. Like,
I told him, like, true.
And I'm just in my head, I'm like, nah, like, this dude's going through stuff. Like, I'm bearing with him. Like, I get it. We all go through stuff. And it's just like, whatever. Like, life happens. And I guess because I can relate, I'm understanding. And like, that's maybe why it bit me in the ass. But I was like, dude, I want my money back. Like, give my money back. And then he's just like, oh, I got you. Hold on. It sucks, though, because, I wanted to do a collab with you, blah, blah. I'm like, it does suck because it's like I seen so much potential in you. And it's just, it was like disappointing. It's like, dude, we had so much to go on. And you kind of just disappointed me. Like, you literally didn't, no pictures, no nothing. Like, you literally just didn't do anything. And to me now, so it wasn't, like, it got to a point where it wasn't even, like, the money. It was more of, like, the respect. You know what I mean? Like, dude, like, I didn't ask you for a discount. I didn't ask you for anything. I said, how much were the wheels? Now, I don't even think I might have asked how much were the wheels, but like, how much you want to deposit? Here you go. You asked me for another 25. Here you go. Like, I was lenient about it. Like I said, I run a business. I'm always busy, but I try to sometimes when on my off time, try to focus on other things that it's going to help other people. You know what I mean? Like, how can I help another business? How can I buy from them to make them? But it's like with him, it was just like, I felt like I was trying more for his business than he was.
Yeah. But also at this point, I don't know. No, you didn't mention it, but he had told you like, oh, I have your lips ready. I
think he might have said like, oh, the lips are ready. Oh yeah, he did. He said the lips are ready.
I just gotta go pick them up or something.
Yeah, that they're stuck over here somewhere. You know, I don't have enough money to pick them up or whatever the case is. The faces are cut. They're getting polished or whatever the case is. This guy like painted me the whole entire picture, and I don't know if it's me being nice or giving people benefit of the doubt, or me sometimes not wanting to face the reality of what's going on, because it's like, it's crazy how people move. You know what I mean? Like, I would never in my entire life move not even 1% of how he moved. So it's like it doesn't sit in my head. Like, it doesn't click. Like,
and you're also you unfortunately you kept assuming, like, he posted some pictures that were like 21s.
Yeah, literally 21s with the chrome lips, the
yeah.
same face wheels. And I was like, oh, it's my shit. And then like literally a couple of days later, they're on an M5.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what? I'm like, how the hell? Where'd this guy come from? You know? And it's like, I'm getting DMs like, yo, this dude fucked me over. We had to get a lawyer on him or whatever the case is. And I'm just like, damn. But I'm like, oh, you know, whatever. You know, maybe that's what you guys are going through. You know, like, he wouldn't do me like that. You know what I mean? Like, huh? He wouldn't do me like that. And sure enough, he was doing me exactly like that.
Yeah.
And then like it's just depressing, and it just sucks because it's like, I don't know, dude. It's just hard to explain. Like, I see positivity in everything. Like, bro, it can be the dumbest shit. Like, this charcoal falls and burns this table. Like, yo, it's all good. At least I didn't touch the floor. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my cup is always halfway full, never halfway empty. No matter what the situation is, I always see the good. I always see the positive. It's just how I see life. So it's like, this dude was just giving me shit, and I'm over here justifying, because my girl is the one telling me reality. Like, listen, this is not happening. He's not getting you the wheels. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's G'ing you. He's taking your money. Like, he's going through shit. Who cares? That's not your problem. And I'm here sitting here justifying it. Like, dude, no, like, he'll be fine. He's going through stuff. Like, he got me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she's just like, dude, like, you're not gonna learn. It's like, bro, like, you don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the business, people go through stuff, this and that. And she's like, whatever. You know, she's fed up with it, tired of it. So then that's when it went down.
$4,500.
Yeah, $4,500, and which was a good deal. But again, I didn't ask for a discount.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You gave him what he asked for. It's not like you were like, oh no, that's.
And the original price was actually it was 55 or 5, but he gave me a discount or something like that. So then after all that, I had asked for a refund. So then he's like, oh, but come on, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. I'm like, yeah, dude, but it's literally been like almost a year. I'm like, dude, you haven't gave me anything. And I'm like, I have everybody chopping my ear off. You know, I'm here defending you, and you literally haven't given me anything. Like, you have nothing to go based off of. I can't say, oh, look, this is the wheels. Like, all you did was show me a center cap. You know what I mean? Like, I'm holding on to that picture of the center cap. So then I'm like, dude,
as a background.
That what?
Puts the center cap as a background.
Right, exactly. Just to, you know, every time I open my phone, it's like, okay, I'm getting the wheels soon.
I'm getting them.
So then, you know, that's when I got fed up. I was like, I need my money back, bro. Like, that's it. Like, I'm done. I don't want the wheels. This dude was like, listen, you know, I'll send you something, whatever. So he sent me, I think it was like $100 or $500. I forgot how much he sent me at first. And I'm just like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with? That's hard to curse. So what the hell am I supposed to do with this $500? Like, where's the rest of my money, bro? It's $4,500. I'm lying. He sent me $100 at first. I should actually probably look that up. But he sent me, I think it was like $100 at first. And then I still have all these conversations saved for whenever people want to come or he wants to defend himself, try to defend himself.
Got all the receipts.
Literally. So then, right?
Damn.
Bro, conversation.
I just looked at his phone. It's like question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. And he didn't respond to none of those.
So like, this is when he was talking about the center caps. And then he's showing me stuff that he's going through, whatever the case is. He gives me a render of because I was going to get the same wheels for the MDX. Then I sent him, he asked me for a picture.
And then he offered you, or this was after, for the MDX.
Yeah, he was like, yo, I'll do your, like, after I haven't got no pics, no nothing. He's like, yo, let's do the MDX. Like, I got you. I'm like, dude, you haven't even delivered the first wheels. He's like, yeah, but this will be done faster. How the hell is this wheel going to be done faster? What's the difference?
I'm going to give you 2 wheels.
Yeah, like, you're going to give me 1 wheel for the MDX and then 1 wheel, bless you, and 1 wheel for the wagon. Like, then he asked for my license for shipping, right? So, dude, I have this Photoshop, like, of the wheel. You know what I mean? So it's like, Then, we're having conversations, and then he's showing me conversations about how he's going to give my money back, but he's waiting for other people to pay him. Screenshots of, bless you, his account going negative and all this nonsense. And I'm just like, I got to a point where I was like, dude, I don't care, bro. I literally don't give a shit what you're going through anymore. I've been patient enough. It's been a year, and you haven't shown me literally scratch. Nothing, bro. Nothing. Not even a valve stem. Like, it was just a center cap. And who knows if that center cap was even mine.
Probably got that picture off Google or something.
Probably. It was a really good picture. So then he starts talking. He's just like, yo, I'm going to get you wheels for the Type R. Like, I'm going to get you these. Don't worry about it. And I'm just like, dude, fuck the Type R. Fuck the MDX. Like, I want the goddamn wagon wheels, bro. That's what I paid for. Like, you're promising me everything in the world. So I get pissed. He sends me $1 just to check if my shit works. Then sends me, I think it was like $100, like I said. And then I'm like, bro, what the fuck am I supposed to do with $100? He's like, that's all I have, right? So then I'm like, okay, cool. Then he sends me, I think, another $100 or something like that. Then he winds up sending me $500, or it was either $100 or it was $500. I forgot, but he sent it once. He's like, this is all I got. And then like a week later, a couple of days later, he sends me another $500. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm getting my money back slowly, even if it takes $500 a week, like whatever. I'll get there eventually. But he's showing some type of initiative. So I got the $1,000, and that was it, And we're talking, and he's giving me excuses. Like he's gonna sell his girl's car, this, that, blah, blah. Like, bro, I don't know if you can see this. Hold on, where is it? Like, it's just
you can screenshot it. We'll post it.
I don't know if I want to get that in depth with it, but look, like it's just, bro, just conversations after conversations. And it got to a point where I'm still believing this dude, bro.
I don't know why I told him a long time ago.
Like, my girl's like, bro, are you serious? I'm just like, yeah, he's gonna come through. Like, no, the fuck he's not. He's not coming through with this wheel. And I'm like, bro, he is. Chill out, bro. Like, he's gonna give me my money back.
And at this point, you didn't know how many people was fucking over.
No, I didn't, right? So then I get $1,000 back. Whatever the case is, I keep getting the excuse that he's waiting for somebody to pay him. He sends me screenshots, and bro, I got to a point where I was believing him so much that I didn't catch on to, like, my girl, my boy was like, dude, he's literally repeating the same shit to you. And I scroll up and I'm like, he's literally saying the same thing, but rewording it. And I'm like, how the hell am I not like seeing this? I'm like, I'm so oblivious to it. Again, because I seen so much potential in the kid, bro. Like, coming up, like, I seen so much, bro. It was just like, yo, this kid can do it, bro. This company can get big. Like, and something about seeing a small company.
And the thing is, the designs that he was putting out were fire. They look good.
They were fire, at least for the most part. And it was like, again, something about seeing a company, a small company, bro. Again, maybe it's because I'm a small company, but I love seeing small businesses. I love giving my money to small businesses. If you have a hot dog stand, I'm gonna buy 2 hot dogs, whatever it is. I'm gonna give you $5-10 tip here. Take it. Don't worry about it. I know it's gonna go towards your business. Same thing with him. Is like, I see potential in you, man. Let's do it. What do you need? Let's do it. Let's get it done. I'll help you out however you want. I'll sell the wheels. Even Chris SG, he was offering, we'll put your wheels as display. We'll even pay for the display, whatever it is, just to get your name out there. Let's get it done. And weeks went by again with the same crap. Then he's like, oh, I'm waiting. He mentioned some kid. He's like, oh, this kid from Florida is going to buy the wheels. He's going to put a deposit. I'm going to give you your money. That. And it's like, dude, you're taking somebody else's money to pay somebody else's money.
Fuck them over.
And then to please me. Then after all that, he's like, I'm going to give you your money back, and I'm going to still send you the wheels for free. Okay. Where the hell does that make sense? You can't. So his excuse was he couldn't afford to take the wheels out of wherever they were. The powder coating guy. The powder coating guy was pressing him, come take these wheels out, because he couldn't afford to finish whatever the finish was. How the hell are you going to give me money that you don't have and then finish the wheels with money you don't have?
Yeah.
You're like double negative. How does that work? So I'm like, dude, okay. Okay. 10% of me was like, shit, okay, I'm getting my money back and I'm getting free wheels. And my girl's literally in the corner like, you fucking dumbass. Are you serious? And just completely walks away. And I'm just sitting there like, I'm getting free wheels. And she's like, bro, I'm done with you. Walks out, slams the door, gets pissed at me, right?
Almost got a divorce.
Pretty much. So then I'm like, I'm like, all right. Then I kind of sit there, right? I'm smoking a hookah. I'm in the living room. And I'm like, yo, like, what am I really doing? And it's like, I'm not the type to get crazy because it's just like, bro, it's just, I have so much dealing with business and customers. It's like, I don't have time to deal with this nonsense, bro. Like, why am I chasing somebody for my money, for my parts, for my stuff? Like,
Yeah.
it's just so stupid why I have to go through this. So fast forwarding, you know, he sends me money again, right? So now I forgot how much, whatever it did, it added up to 2,500, right? So that's what he sends me. Apple Pay 2,500. He's like, I'm sorry, you know, I'm gonna get you your money back. I'm still promising to give me the wheels, right? At this point, I was like, bro, I'm gonna take these wheels and just. I was like, listen, you pay me back. Again, this is before I knew how many people he screwed over, right? So I'm still trying to help this dude after a whole year of screwing me over. He gives me the $2,500, right? I was like, listen, you want me to rock the wheels, you want me to represent you, whatever the case is. Give me my money back, and then we'll talk about whatever you want. Till then, I don't want you texting me. Nothing. Don't bother. If it's not an Apple Pay icon with money, I don't want to. There's nothing. There's literally nothing to proceed with. So
Yeah, because he kept giving you sob stories too.
yeah, and it's like I'm sitting here again, believing it and believing it, believing it, because I see so good in people. No matter how many times you fuck me over, I'm like, there's a reason why he fucked me over, because he's
Not
going
anymore.
through it. He had no choice. No, now fuck that. Fuck everybody. Not everybody, but you know, people who's fucked me over. And I'm just like, dude, like, just give me my money back. So then I'm texting. Oh, then I'm at. I don't know if I was home or at work. I'm most likely at home. I'm chilling, and my boy sends me a picture of Instagram they had made for him that said "fuck his brand," and I'm just like, what the hell? So this is me being nice again. I text him the screenshot like, listen, as much as I want to do this and bash you, I'm like, this wasn't me. This had nothing to do with me. He's like, no, I know who it was. I'm like, okay, cool. So now, what are we doing? Are you gonna give me the rest of my money, or is it gonna take me blasting you on Instagram for you to give me the rest of the money? I don't want to do that. I'm not that type of person. Why can't we just handle these things between us and not let social media get in the way? And I just think that's shitty, you know, burning people on Instagram and all that crap. Like, that's just, to me, it's a dirty move, right? It's
Unless
petty.
it gets to this point, basically.
Yeah, and like I said, this was, you know, everybody telling me, yo, just come on this podcast and just talk about it. Talk about it. It took a lot because I wasn't gonna do this. Like I said, this is not
Took
the
a
way
lot
I
of
move.
convincing.
But I'm just like, yo, it has to be done. You know, whatever. At this point, I'm not getting any of my money back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna let other people get screwed by this guy, you know, who can't commit to whatever it is. He's just taking people's money. So, what was you saying?
Yeah, I was gonna say he's taking other people's money to pay other people. It's like he keeps fucking over people.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It's like, at what point, you know? And it's like, bro, it's real life. Like,
People work hard for their money,
bro. It's like
you're just taking it.
It's like, bro, it's just why mind blows me, because it's like mafia, right? The real hood of New York. Nobody plays that game. You owe me money, you give me the money, or there's consequences. You know what I mean? And it's like, obviously, I'm not that type of person, and clearly he knows I'm not that type of person. But it's like, one day you're gonna screw over that type of person.
Yep.
The dude just had a kid. Like, bro, you have a whole family. Like, bro, if I got into a situation like that, what I would never in my life would, if I have to take out a loan to pay whoever I gotta pay to be on a clean, I'd rather be in debt with a bank than be in debt with 10 people. So I get this Instagram, I go, I'm like, what the hell? So I click, boom, boom, boom. And I find out, you know, one of the dudes that made it. So I click on his Instagram, and he made a whole post bashing him, right? That he paid for wheels and this. Now I'm like, damn, this dude screwed over this dude. I'm like, okay. Bro, I go in the comments. Bro, there was literally like 4 to 5 people who got screwed over. Dudes are just like, yo, I was in Japan. I'm still waiting for the wheels. It's been like 6 months. I'm still waiting for my money back. So he's like, oh shit, you too, bro? Me too. I've been waiting. You too, me too, you
Like
too, me
never-ending
too.
comments of that.
I was like, what? At that point, I was just like, yo, no fucking way. Like, I'm not helping you. Even if you give me the wheels for free, I'm gonna burn them. Just because I can't put my name on the line when you're screwing over how many people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, dude, there's absolutely no way this is happening. So then I screenshot and I'm telling him, I'm like, dude, like, look how many people you had screwed over. Like, this is crazy that you let it get to this level of owing so many people money. So then I sent him a question mark, leaves me on red, right? Another question mark, leaves me on red. Like, I'm going to show you. Then,
And
like,
the funny part is that he has red receipts on.
yeah, which is the most disrespectful thing you could do is have your red receipts on. Like, when you owe somebody money, bro. Like, so then, he sent me $1,500 February 10th, right? He goes, first payment came in, remaining coming up. I'm like, okay, cool. February 11th, where's the rest? Ignores me, reads it. February 12th, question mark. Reads it, ignores me. February 13th, I send another question mark, reads it. At this point, I'm pissed, right? So I had reposted. Actually, no, not yet. So February 14th, Valentine's Day, question mark. Reads it, nothing. February 15th.
I would have been like, you better not be taking your girl anywhere out to eat.
That ass. With my money, because I took her out, not you. Like, so it went from Saturday, February 11th to Wednesday, February 15th. I was like, question mark, what are we doing? So somebody has sent me his address and all his information, right? So they were like, his info in case you want to have a lawyer send him something. I have someone he's screwing over for $4,500. So aside from the comments of all these people, there's yet another person he is screwing over. So I said, what are we doing? So I screenshot. I'm like, bro, this is your address. This is your email. This is everything. I know everything of you. You know what I mean? Reads it, ignores it. Bro, this is literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Six different days.
Definitely not getting your money back.
Bro, ignored completely, right? Then I wait 3 days and I'm like, bet. Say less. You're going to ignore me? Cool. That's when I reposted the dude's picture that he had put bashing them. And then that dude hit me up. He's like, oh, shit, you got screwed over? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I got $2,500 back, but I'm still missing the rest of my money. He's like, well, man, at least you got your money. I didn't get shit. I'm like fucked over and I paid through Venmo, whatever the case may be. And I'm just like, bro, like my head was hurting at that point.
That's why you don't send money through Zelle or Venmo, Cash App.
Bro, I don't care how cool you are, bro. Just don't Zelle, bro.
We're doing PayPal or credit card.
Anything you can charge back if they fuck around. So then that's basically what I got to that point, and then that's when this whole podcast came about. Bless you. The conversation.
Allergies, bro.
And like, I don't know, man. Like the last couple of days, it's just literally been so frustrating because it's like it's just accumulation of shit. Like I literally sit.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Is this a sneeze cast? A pod sneeze?
I think so.
This podcast is not going to continue with this guy sneezing like this. It's done. Just breathe through your mouth, bro. Are you allergic to this conversation?
What the fuck?
So, you know, I sit here and it's just, like I said, so exhausting just knowing, like, how can people move that way, dude? Like, I seen so much in you, the company, everything, and it's just like I still got screwed over. And it's like I'm not getting my money back. You know, you live and learn. It is what it is. But it's just like the way you move, dude, like it's just so messed up. And it's like I had posted something the other day and it was just like if McDonald's ruins your cappuccino or something, you know, you'll go ahead tomorrow and buy it. But if a company makes a little mistake, then you're blasting them and never buying them again. You know, and it's like I respect that because I'm a company. I get that. It's why I gave him such much, like so many chances. A year was insane, but it's just like
way too long. I don't have that patience for sure.
But it's just like I don't know, dude. Like I said, I seen the good in him, the benefit of the doubt, and he disappointed me. Now I'm just angry as shit. Now I was just like, bro, like I'm just so annoyed with it, bro. It's like you really screwed me over, dude. Like you played with my money. I don't care how good people think I'm doing, bro. I work hard for my money. I'm at the shop every single day, hustling my ass off till 11 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 2, 3. Like I work for this money, bro. It don't matter how easy I make it seem or how happy. I love what I do and I work hard for it. My hands are dirty all day, every day. You know, for my kids, from that. It's like, give me my money, bro. Give me my money. And it's like, you know, I'm not here to, put names out there, but you know what? Screw it. I'm over it. I'm literally, you've gotten me to that point. And it's like his name is Alex and he owns AAP Wheels.
Yeah, we'll put the Instagram right here.
Like,
where not to buy wheels.
Like, and then I hope this is just a learning experience for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, as much as you want to support a company, as much as you want to, take precaution with what you do.
Yeah.
And there's people who don't trust me when they buy. And I get that. I don't get offended because I know what it is to get screwed over. I've gotten plenty of people, hey, I got screwed over. I don't want to sell you. I want to use my card. Absolutely. I have to charge you tax, but that's just something I can't avoid. But I get what you're saying. I'll send you an invoice and you pay, and we'll go along like that. I don't expect you to trust me, but if you want to save tax, something has to give. You know what I mean? Because obviously everybody knows once you sell, you don't get that money back, at least to my knowledge as of yet. So it's like, be aware, of your surroundings, of where you're buying, this and that, blah, blah. Again, as much as you want to support a company, again, take precaution.
Due diligence.
Yeah, pay with a card, pay with something.
You want to protect yourself.
Yeah, 100, always, at all times with everything, bro. Money, just life in general, and you won't get screwed over. And if you do, you're good. I had another customer with an MDX that he wanted wheels from him. And I was like, hey, listen, wait till I get my wheels because this guy's acting funny. This guy went ahead, whatever, ordered new wheels with him. Bro, he said a month went by, no updates, no nothing. Dude did a chargeback, got his money back to his credit card, and that was it. Kept pushing and bought new wheels. Just like that. He was smart about it. Maybe I was just dumb. You know what I mean?
You were naive, because you trusted him. You met him. You were like, all right, cool vibes, whatever. But you were just too patient.
I was, I'm too patient with everything. You know what I mean? Like I said, I own a business and I feel like that's why I'm so patient. I try to give out what I would like to receive. You know what I mean? My struts take 4 to 6 weeks. I tell people, 4 to 6 weeks to expect the worst. And, there's customers who are like, cool, they don't hit me up for a while. And hey, any update? Cool, boom, boom, boom. Or there's customers that I get like in a week later, hey, any update? It's like I try to treat people how I would like to get treated, as everything else in life, And it's like it just never sat in my head the way he moved.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, I got screwed over. I got $2,500 back. I got no wheels. And it's just like, now with the wagon, I sold the TEs thinking I was going to get the wheels.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to just be chilling on stock wheels. And I mean, it is what it is because, like, I just lost $2,500 or 2 Gs.
$2,000.
It's like, come on, to put out another for wheels, I don't know. So I mean,
but hopefully something's in the works.
Yeah,
figure something out.
Yeah, eventually. I mean, I'm entertaining myself with other things, and then again, the wagon's not here.
That's why he bought a Civic.
Yeah, impulsive purchases.
But I support it. 8th gen all day.
Yeah, 8th gen's life. Coming from a 9th gen owner originally, but. Yeah, man. Like I said, it sucks that I have to put that dude Alex name out there. I'm sure many can.
Which is crazy because at the end of the day, all you wanted to do was help him grow his business.
Right. It's like, okay, I wanted the wheels. I love the wheels, but it was more to help the man with his business. And it's like, it goes to to wrap it up. Like it goes to the topic of supporting businesses and people being so like grimy. Like there's the devil's out there. You know what I mean? There's so much. Bro, I wake up to shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like people trying to put me down, trying to bash me, trying to do this, and it's like, fighting the demons basically at that point. It's like there's so much to owning a company that it's like people don't want to see you do good. And it's like, I don't get that, bro. Like when you get something, when you buy something, I'm the happiest dude alive. Like if I was the one who bought it, like other people, they buy stuff that's not. My barber just got a Tesla. Shout out to him. He got a Model Y Performance. And dude, I felt like I bought the car. I was so excited, like genuinely so hyped for him. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just so much negativity out in the world that people are just so after you. And
people always try to find a reason to put someone else down
all the time. And it's like, as a business owner, that's something that you have to be ready for. For people to be after you, try to any little thing. People come to your shop and they try to make you mess up so you can get screwed over and get blasted. You know what I mean? And it was just like, with all that thought in head, I'm like, with this dude, I'm gonna buy his wheels, I'm gonna blow him up, I'm gonna make it better. We're gonna do a collab, suspension and wheels type of vibe, and even if I had to take upon his business a little bit to help him out, then I was willing to do that just because I seen what type of potential he had. He was a good kid, but seeing, you don't really know anybody. You know what I mean? And I feel like somebody's cool until money is involved, and money, that's what ruins it.
That's what they always say. Money brings out the true colors or whatever. Which is wild.
Like, I experienced it firsthand. It's trash that I even have to come on here and talk about it. You know what I mean? But the dude, Alex, fucked me over. AAP Wheels, the business is, I don't care what he's going through, it's trash.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is out of my little character, but that's how I'm angry. You know what I mean? Like, just talking about it pisses me off because I had good intentions. I had my heart on my sleeve for you, for your company, and then you just completely fucked me over. Completely screwed me over. You gave me runarounds, bro. Even if you would have made me wait 2 years, but were honest with me from the beginning, like, this is what's going on, this is what's happening. I'm trying to get your money back. I'll sell these wheels, I'll sell this, like, but it was just bullshit, and you screwed over. It's like, even though you can't afford something, you're still taking people's money and you're screwing other people.
Exactly. It's not just you. That's the thing. It's not just you.
Yeah, and it's like, you can't treat me nice and then treat everybody else like shit.
Exactly.
Now, I get the wheels on the wagon. And everybody's just like, oh, look at this dude. He's rocking this dude's wheels. This dude is trash. He took my money. Now, what does that make me? That makes me look bad because I'm representing you. In a sense.
I even told you, even if he sends him the wheels, I was like, you shouldn't even put the brand. You shouldn't put center caps. You shouldn't like even.
To be honest, I shouldn't even receive the wheels. I shouldn't. That should go straight in the garbage, straight in the trash. Like, fuck them wheels. Fuck that. Like, it's just, bro, it's just frustrating, man. It's literally, like, the key word in this whole topic is just disappointing as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, it's just terrible. And like I said, I hope you guys take this as a learning experience. Just be cautious with stuff when you buy stuff. You know what I mean? You never know who you're buying from. You know what I mean? And
even if you trust them, unfortunately.
I trusted it. Like I said, I went through it, man. I went through it. And like I said, I just want to spread awareness to everybody when doing things. And it sucks that I had to go through that. And it sucks for everybody who's going through it with him as well. Yeah. I hope we can all find some type of, happy place in this situation. It's either moving on from it, because we have no choice. There's one dude who hit me up that he's going to take him to small claims court or whatever the case is, and I wish the best for him. I hope he can get his money back. I'm fortunate to get some of my money back, but it's still not enough. You know what I mean? It's more principle. You screwed me over, and you screwed over 6, 7, 8 or other people. You know what I mean? It's like you had so much potential, and then you just ruined it. You know what I mean? And you should have kept it clean. If you don't have the money, don't take orders.
Correct.
Wait. Be honest. Hey, listen, right now I'm not in a position to be taking order, but you get money hungry. And then you get money hungry and you start doing things. It's just stupid, bro. It's just, that's not how you run a business,
And that's not how you're going to grow as a business.
No, absolutely not. His
business is fucked.
Like, sometimes in my head, I'm like, I get to a point where I want everybody to just go on his business Instagram and just report it. Literally report it and just destroy that shit. You know what? But
it's AAP Wheels.
Nah, I mean, I'm not telling you guys.
I'm all for it.
Nah, I'm not telling you guys to go do that, but
go do it.
I'm being transparent.
He deserves it.
Sometimes I feel like...
Does he not?
He does this... No, this is my theory. I'm not one to choose what anybody deserves.
Does he deserve to have a wheel business?
He definitely doesn't deserve to have a wheel
business. There we go.
He doesn't. But I'm not the one to determine the consequences of what he gets. I'm not the one to determine.
Yeah, for sure.
I leave that up to God, and however the case may be. His karma is gonna come however it is. I'm fine. My business is running great. I have nothing to worry about. But like I said, I'm not telling you guys to go on there and do such thing, but his karma will come. With this podcast, it's going to open eyes to everybody and know not to mess with this company, not to mess with this dude. And it sucks. This is me just taking it calm. Like, I'm not doing any actions. Like, it is what it is. I'm going to sit here, say it out loud, say it loud to everybody. I'm taking this L and I'm moving from it. It is what it is. But he has to deal with all the questions from other people who are not content with just taking that L. Yeah. This guy's going to take him to court. Who knows what these other dudes are going to do? God forbid he screws over some gangster dude that go after his family. God forbid. You know what I'm saying? I don't wish this dude,
Yeah, you don't want to wish nobody no harm.
But it's like, dude, you don't know who you're screwing in that process. You overwhelmed. You overdid yourself. Now you have to eat the consequences, however they may come. You know what I mean? I'm not the one to choose them how they come.
Yeah.
But you have to eat it. You have to man up. And for you to come up from that hole that you're in right now, bro, you burned too many bridges. You burned my bridge for sure. And I don't know how he's going to come up from that. I personally don't care. It is what it is. Me and 8 other people got screwed over. And that's what it is with AAP Wheels. And Alex Julian is his name. And that's just exposing him. That's it. And I hope you guys never go through this with any other company. And, I mean, that pretty much wraps that topic. Again, I feel like we spoke a lot more about it than what I wanted to. Again, I didn't want to speak about this. But, you know, put in my head, you know, it's to bring awareness to everybody. And, you know, just, again, for the 10th time, just be alert and be smart. All right, guys? I mean, is there anything you want to say?
Nah, so this wraps up episode 3 now of Fly Talks.
For sure. Yep.
And like I said, we're going to try to maintain this. We've been doing good so far.
Organization's getting better.
The weekly videos. So follow the YouTube. Follow my YouTube. It's
Definitely.
linked below, named Lisandro.
He posts way too more content than I do.
Yeah, I'm starting to post like 2 videos a week, like shorter, to the point videos. It just makes it easier instead of trying to record like one like weekly video recap. For me,
I mean, it's like episodes. It just keeps going, keeps going.
And then he's posting on YouTube. It's just, you know, a little delay there with the BMW.
I'm having camera issues myself.
Yeah, so, but we're doing it.
We're getting it together.
Yeah, we're getting it together. So thanks for tuning in.
I'll see you guys. It's your boy Gabe.
Lisandro here.
You already know. Fly Talk out.